Hi Uniques, this is my last video of the day, so hopefully the next round you'll see me in another outfit. I wanted to touch on this because the life of May touched on it and I kind of got a different take and I really liked what she did, so I kind of took her subject. Why minorities are diagnosed late with autism. Yes, I'm stealing the topic from you, May, but here's my opinion on it. I talk to the early intervention therapist a lot. I'm a very social person. My child is not, but I am. And I ask a lot of questions. And they told me that a lot of minorities, more immigrants, do not want to hear something's wrong with their children. So they tend to shy away from doing anything about it. They said, you know, they insinuated that a child needs to be tested, and the people told them not to come back. So that's the thing. Autism is elusive. Like, I really feel like if my child had functional speech, I never would have got her tested, more from my ignorance of what autism is. And a lot of people do not know what autism is, and they don't want to know. They don't want their kids associated with being autistic. You know, who would, you know, to be honest. There are successful autism people, but nobody wants to hear something's wrong with their children. So I feel like it's the total ignorance, and the things about autism can be so elusive and hard to notice and hard to find and hard to figure out that it's easy to miss the signs. Okay, so doctors see these kids so briefly. Like, my doctor's appointments from Ava could last 5 to 10 minutes. And the doctor told me if you don't convey these concerns, then they never, you know, they could see a child over and over again and never notice that they could possibly have autism. And a doctor used an example that she was talking to the parent about one of their children, and the other child was there, that was her patient too. And there was things she noticed about the child that she never noticed before, just being in the room. So she told them she needed to get both the kids tested for autism. Now, she saw both of them and she didn't pick up on it because it's usually a conveying of information from you to the doctor. Some doctors have that wait and see method, like, oh, it's a big range, like she told me, and let's wait and see. So even when you have concerns, sometimes the doctors don't back you up. Okay, also, and this is not every minority situation, but a lot of minorities have life issues, like how to put food on the table and working multiple jobs. So the child's needs doesn't always come first. More of the needs of the family come first. And that's also how they cannot be diagnosed or work through the system. I feel family members and friends try to convince you that you're overdramatic and nothing's wrong with your kid. Like, when you suspect these little things and you put it out there, people don't want to agree with you. And what happened was my child's godmother was like, you're the mother, you do it, you figure it out. And that's the push I needed, whereas no other family member or friend, they kept saying, oh, she's all right, she'll be okay, she'll talk, blah, 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 blah. And I was feeding into it because I wanted those things to be true, but I knew in my heart something was wrong. If something doesn't feel right, push, 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 push. I also feel that not everybody has that advocate personality, and sometimes that has nothing to do with your race, religion, or sex. They just don't have that advocate personality. I am a pusher, so I definitely push the situation. I did not suspect autism. I didn't think we'd even get there. I didn't even put that in the frame of reference. I assumed that my child just had a speech delay, but that's what happened. And now that I'm here, I push, push, push for everything. Well, I have an autistic daughter, which we are the minority autistic daughter, which we are the most underdiagnosed, okay? And I do feel the medical field does lack when it comes to minorities. And also, if you don't advocate for yourself, then it's even more lacking. But you also have to come to the conclusion that a lot of people hope the wait and see stuff will work, hope that your friends and family are right and there's nothing wrong, and don't push. I've definitely, along my travels, have seen people that had a hard time advocating. I mean, that's kind of a personality trait, to be an advocate. It doesn't just ring. It can be frustrating. There's been a lot of tears on my side from advocating. It feels like everything's a freaking fight to get for your child, and some people don't have the stamina for that. You know, some people feel beat down from general life. So I do feel we were underdiagnosed, but I feel there's a lot of factors in that. And it doesn't always have to do with what type of insurance you have or whatever. It could just be like who was along the way that was helpful, who steered you in the right direction that maybe another person did not get. And I see that from everybody. I don't see it just from minorities. In my group on groups I'm on Facebook, a lot of people are in the dark as far as autism is concerned, and also that there's not enough services across the board and you're kind of stuck with what you get. So that's my take on minorities low diagnosis of autism. Meg, tell me what you think of mine. I really enjoyed your video. Hit that notification button if you want more information or more videos from me. Put in the comments below anything you'd like me to do a video on. Like, comment, subscribe, and holla back.